Cyberbrainer is an online training platform designed to help individuals and teams learn the latest technologies and become certified professionals, producing a comprehensive learning experience.
Now I just want to be continuing from there and having more deep dive into compensation. And before that, I just want to say I'm introducing most of the topics for you today, but I'm not going to go deep into compensation right now, because that is more into the compensation module specifics. I'm going to be going more into the details and how we can create a compensation package. Grade eligibility rules. This is the scope of this particular course, because if I deep dive into it, probably I'll need at least a week to get into each and every topic, each and every nuances around it. So I'm going to be only going at a high level of how to create, but still you should be able to. At the end of this course, you should be able to create a comp package, plan, create profiles, and then the eligibility rules for each of them. That is specifically the motive of this particular module that I'm going to be taking for you. Alright. So, like I said, compensation, what exactly could constitute a compensation? Number 1. It could contain your compensation elements or earning elements, your grades, grade profiles, packages, and plans. Packages is compensation package, specifically is nothing, but the compensation package is going to contain all of this. It's going to contain the grade profiles and also your compensation plan. And again, that is going to be driven by an eligibility rule. What exactly do you mean by an eligibility rule as far as a compensation package is concerned? Now, what I've done over here right now is I went to Carolee's profile. In Carolee's profile, affect the compensation package of Carolee, which is team member. And how this is actually assigned over here is at the time of hire, or when Carolee is going to have a job change, which is like a promotion, changes in the organization that she's actually working, or any other actions. So the compensation can also be changed, and you're going to assign a compensation package directly to an employee, or we have some eligibility rules which are going to drive this. Alright. So, like I said, you can directly assign a compensation package to an employee, or you can have what is called as eligibility rules, which are going to drive this particular compensation package, which means this particular compensation package. I can say that this is eligible for management level 7 or 8 and those who do not belong to sales. So what exactly it means is somebody at management level 7 or 8, or you can assume that in certain organizations you're going to have what is called as levels. So probably at a person at level 1 could be at a level, and then 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way could go to 8 or even 10 levels as we're, depending on how the organization structure is going to look like. And for this particular organization and this particular package that we have, we are seeing that it is for management level 7 and 8, which is at supervisory level, and individual contributor level. And again, see if the rule says the job profile is going to be salary. So I don't have a job profile which could possibly say that it is for salaried people or salaried job profile people. Organization is going to be, or it's not going to be, rather sales. So for anybody who's out of sales, I'm just only reading the rule that we have, and then we'll get more into this. We will see what exactly, how to create eligibility rules and everything as well. Now what I'm going to say is for this particular package, it is eligible only for those people who are at management level 7 and 8 and they are part of a job profile which is called as salaried, and they are not part of the sales organization hierarchy. Clear on this rule, the organization and the superior organization compensation for now, understand that the support hierarchy does not report to sales. We will deal with a little bit more depth when we get to the hiring part. For now, just remember that they do not report to a sales hierarchy, or they are not part of their sales. Superior supervisory organization level. There's just a sample rule we have. So all that it means is only those folks who fit in this particular criteria can be assigned the compensation package of team members. Yes, I heard somebody. We'll just go to the next one. If you see what it says is going to be part of a compensation package. Number 1 is just like what we have from everything. Number 1 is going to be effective. From when it's going to be effective. Here. What you see is the current date over here, right now. But this is like the current effective one is what you see over here. It could have something historic as well, but what we see is as on date. What is the effective one? That is what you see over here. Next, what is going to be the name? And if I want to give some description to this, I can give it over here. The eligibility rules. Next, the total case pay range. Range is going to come directly from the compensation package or the gradeway profiles. So next thing is what we have. We just need all of these. You know, these are something a little bit advanced and could be dealing only with the ones which are necessary at this level. Because too much of education would be more than that sometimes. Next, primary compensation. Pay range. Again, that is going to come from the grade range that we have. Midpoint is going to be the midpoint for person's compensation range at that level. Or that particular profile is going to be, say, 80 to 120K. The midpoint or the median possibly could be at somewhere around 100. If I clear on that, any questions? I heard somebody on my view. Next, like I said, what exactly is going to be in my compensation package? Number 1, I'm going to have compensation plans. For example, I've created this particular compensation package called as team member. And since I'm going to be part of a global organization, I can have the same compensation package used for all the different countries at the same level. Which means the same team member who's going to be in New York, Japan, or in Europe can have the same compensation package, but I can have different plans assigned for each of them. Something like for here. I have one which is going to be for eligibility rule. Say it is for Japan. If the person is going to be working out of Japan, I need to have a compensation plan which is going to be having some of the other level specific to Japan. And if it's going to be in the US, it's going to be something different. So, like I said, I'm going to create just one compensation package for a team member. For which I want to define that this is not going to be part of sales and they're going to be at a magnitude of 7 or 8. And I can have the same compensation package used across my organization, in every photograph which is in Japan, in Europe, in the US, everywhere. I can use the same compensation package, but have different compensation plans for each of them and everybody who belongs to the same level. Here on this. For example, let me just open this salary compensation plan and show you what exactly it is. So now we have a batch of around 15 folks right now, and all of us are across different geographies, and each of us will have different compensation plans. For example, Facebook may have just base pay. Hungry Ariel, who's out of Europe, may have something different. He may have a compensation plan, that's a family allowance plus. He may have other relevant details and plans as well. And there could be somebody who's in India as well, Nishant, or others who's in India, they may have like a basic HRA, family allowance, car allowance, etc. And if I'm going to have another person who's sitting out of Australia in Australia, the compensation package is going to be completely different. You're going to have a base pay plus a housing, plus a car allowance, plus a metro allowance, etc. So it is going to vary from place to place and from country to country and locations, geographies, everything. And again, one more thing is, if all of them are at the same level, I can say I can create just one compensation package for all of them and have different plans aside based on certain criteria, which could be like location levels, grade profiles, etc. Could be anything. Even it could be your great package for your management levels, job profiles, families, etc. Everything.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.